What's happening, everybody? Jukebox in the house, back with another episode of Stardom, hosted right here in JG's Lounge. And with me is my good buddy, M-balm. M-balm, you've been in the city here for a little while. How did it treat you besides
Well,
working?
I'll be honest with you, man. It's an interesting city. Kansas City, Missouri, Kansas City, Kansas, two different things. Did not know there was a rivalry going on. It's kind of crazy.
It's a rivalry on certain things. I mean, sports
Okay.
related, big time.
Yeah.
But I don't follow the sports.
Nah. Well, it's all about preference.
Yeah, exactly. It is a good town though. Even with the rivalry, people can get along and buy each other a beer and sit there and bullshit.
Yeah.
That's one thing about Kansas City I like because I've traveled quite a bit and I know a lot of states and a lot of cities I've been to. There's people who just don't like people. They don't like new people.
You're right, and it seems like those kind of places only have a population of like 10.
I think they live in those places on purpose.
Probably.
Oh man. So I mean, you're probably ready to get back home though, dude. It's been what, good 3 weeks?
Yeah, so I've been up here, or I should say down here. I've been down in the Midwest here in Kansas City since September 26th. I flew in, so it's October 14th. I fly back home in 2 days at 5:30 in the morning on Sunday, so that's gonna be a fun time. Drop the rental off, run through the airport, and then hopefully not miss the plane.
Yeah, dude. I haven't been on a plane in years either, so
Yeah, I haven't either before this experience. I'd say about 14 years. Let's see, 2008 was the last time I was on a plane before this time.
does Rochester have an airport?
Yes.
Oh, that's good. At least you don't have to drive hours away to get to an airport.
Oh no, it's no, it definitely yeah, it's not too far. So
This weather that we're having is probably pretty close to what you're used to.
let's see, let's look at the weather report. It says what, 43 degrees out right now.
Yeah.
That's probably the high in Rochester right now.
For the
No,
whole
it's
day.
yeah. Well, I'd say it's in the 50s is a high. I think yesterday I looked at the thing and said 53 and raining.
Oh,
Um, need, yeah, needless to say, I did also stumble upon a video, and it made me miss home even more. There was a huge fight that broke out in front of a mall in the town of Greece, New York. So I was like, home.
I miss it. I miss that so
I,
much.
I miss the crazies and the violence.
Oh man. So, well, we got holidays coming up, man. How do you feel about Halloween?
I love Halloween. That's like my Super Bowl. That's my WrestleMania. So
No
when it
shit.
comes to our show on the M-balm effect, we try to make it big. Like we try to make a big event out of it. So
Yeah.
um, I can say that probably this year would be no different.
Yeah, no, dude, I 100% agree, and that's gonna be the topic today, man. Is Halloween.
Yes.
We're gonna talk about Halloween, dude.
I don't know about you, man, but I'm a Misfits fan, and they always say if you're a Misfits fan that
Hmm.
that Halloween's all year round. It's every day.
Oh yeah, dude. It's definitely by far my wife and I's probably it's our favorite holiday besides Thanksgiving meals.
Oh, dude,
Um,
Thanksgiving,
Especially
yes.
knowing that right after Halloween is Thanksgiving.
It makes it that much better.
So yeah, for the first one I got here says it says Halloween's coming up and I still have no idea what I'm gonna be for the rest of my life.
Wow. Now that hurts the soul.
Yeah, doesn't it? It's it hits you in two ways, man. Because I look at this one way being that we're always struggling for costume ideas, and we will change it like 6 times. Like we'll have a set idea, and then either me or my wife or my daughter will change the idea, and then we all change.
Yeah. It's like the common trend, and my wife wants to do a matching costumes. And I'm like, hell yeah, let's
Hmm.
fucking do it.
Hmm.
So, but
My wa-
the problem is you don't know what it is that you're gonna be.
yeah, no, dude, and it's fun being able to dress up. I know this year we decided she's gonna be a sexy werewolf, and I'm gonna be a granny.
There you go. A granny?
Yes.
Wait, grandma?
Yeah, like a grandma. I'm dressing up like a
Oh,
grandma.
you're
Yeah, it's
gonna
gonna
be
be great.
Joyce this year.
Yep,
Wow.
it's happening.
Okay. I
It
didn't know that
works.
was a big influence that Joyce had on you, but okay.
Well, the last 2 years I wore a Scooby Doo onesie. So
Oh, okay. Are you gonna get the wheelchair too?
Nah, I do have a walker though. I'm gonna
Oh.
use a walker. It's
Hey,
happening.
technically, the former co-host we had royally screwed up. Got a walker instead of a wheelchair. She thought that was a wheelchair, and I was like, "That's not a wheelchair. That's a walker."
Really?
Oh yeah, she screwed up the whole storyline. I'm just like, all right, one of these days I'll get a real wheelchair.
What are you doing? Do you guys know? You said matching, but do you know what you're doing?
Uh, we threw around some ideas, maybe the plague doctor thing.
Ooh, I
I
like it.
think we thought about maybe steampunk. I don't remember, but I'm sure as soon as I get home, we'll be talking about it for
Hmm.
sure.
My my wife. Well, we like wiener dogs. You met him when you were over here.
Dude, yes.
She told me I should get her name on me, and I was like, if I'm doing it, I'm going to do it inside of a wiener dog, and I'm going to do it, and I'm going to do steampunk style.
Yes, steampunk wiener dog.
That'd be awesome. I even looked online for some tattoo ideas, and there's no steampunk wieners.
Oh, dude. None at all? Like,
Well, I'm not, but I mean, I'm very artistic. I've designed all my tattoos, so I was like, I can come up with something.
yeah. You know what? Originality is the best.
It is none of my tattoos are like generic. They're all something that I've kind of designed or partnered with my tattoo artist, and he helped me design. But they're all
Yeah.
my ideas.
Yeah, no, that's the best kind. Like that's the one thing I have a problem with because I want to get one eventually. I mean, here I am at 31. I don't even have one, and it's just like I want one, but I also don't want something that looks like somebody else has it.
Yeah, man. That's a struggle. You know, you go out places, and I don't know if you've ever met somebody and asked them what the tattoo represented, and then they just don't have an answer.
That's awkward. It has to have meaning,
Yeah.
you know?
I feel like being 70 years old with a wrinkly ass tattoo and no explanation just sounds.
That sounds like a bad time.
Yeah. Yes, it does. Here's a little meme for us right here. It says cheapest Halloween costume ever, 1 part flour, and don't sleep for 24 hours.
Tyrone Biggums. Cocaine and decaying, baby. I smoke crack.
I smoke rocks.
I smoke-
For those of
Yeah.
you listening and not watching, that was an image of Dave Chappelle playing the homeless crackhead.
Dude, I'll
If
be
you don't know
honest
what
with
it
you.
is, I don't need to explain it. Just you guys don't get the joke. It's fine.
So Chappelle's show was that was something like when we were younger,
Mhm.
and I remember watching that, and I used to love that show. That shit always had me cracking up. And Tyrone Biggums was one of my favorite sketches that he would do. Hmm.
I love it. My biggest one as far as like being related to the show is when people call me Dylan, 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 Dylan.
Dylan.
Dylan. One of the 5 greatest rappers.
Hey man, that could have been your screen name, your alias.
Yeah, Dylan. Like you know how like the dictionary breaks it down so how to pronounce it.
Yeah,
That could be my username.
that could be yeah, exactly. Hey, it could work, man. We can make it happen.
DIE/LAWN.
Danda Lion.
What's the weirdest costume you've ever done, or most creative one that you've done, even as you know, a kid that you can remember that just sticks with you?
Oh, Jesus Christ. So I was paid by my sisters at a very young age to dress as a female and go out in public, and
Nice.
very young age. Never again. Especially no, that doesn't no. But I got paid money to do it, and as a kid, I forget how much I got paid, but it was enough to say as a kid, it's a lot of
Worth it.
money.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's probably $5.
No, it was way more than that. It was definitely more than that. But no, that was yeah, never again. No. But
I
that
lived
was probably
in-
the weirdest.
I've had 2 that really stuck, and one of them was I couldn't figure out an idea for Halloween. So what I did was put on a bikini and did a spray tan,
Yeah.
and I just walked around wearing some like a bikini with no top on, so it just showed the outline of the bikini line, like I got sunburnt, and then I had some like just basketball shorts on. It was very simple, but it worked.
It worked. And people looked, right?
Yes,
They
yes.
they made sure to look at eye contact.
And then the other one, I did the Invisible Man, and we put like a box. We cut area for a box to go over my head, and then like 2 eyelids, and they had a tie in the middle, so like the shoulders were above my head,
Oh
and then
man,
there's like this see-through. It was a translucent like sheet, and then we put some glasses and a cigarette in his mouth, and then a hat on it.
that's actually really cool, man.
Yeah, it was
That's really
very
dope.
DIY, but it worked well.
Yeah, that's I have not seen that one yet, so that's new to
hmm
me.
It was either my parents didn't want to spend money, so they just used shit around the house, or they were just being creative, or
Yeah.
both. They could have been both. I don't know.
Hey man, if it works, it works.
Yeah. When's the last time that you actually trick or treated? Like walked up to a house and trick or treated?
Oh boy. I'd probably say I say what? I say um I got to say probably 2005 when I was I think it was 14 at that year. And
Mhm.
needless to say I think there was more mayhem caused than trick or treating.
That seems to be the struggle, nowadays too. It's a lot of kids are so more adapted to social media, and I feel like they act out at younger ages now too. So you get
Yes.
a lot of vandalism, a lot of just I remember our old house. Every year there were these kids that would like come around knocking on doors like 11 o'clock after everybody was done, still trying to be assholes.
11 o'clock at night?
Yes,
Oh hell no. Nope. Just don't even answer.
right. This next one, since we're on the subject, says Halloween is my favorite holiday where you can trespass on a stranger's property and make a non-negotiable demand.
Yeah. But you know what? It's like you have the power as a kid to
Mhm.
ask for whatever. It doesn't even have to be candy.
It's
It
yeah.
could be the big screen TV in the living room.
hmm yeah, yeah. No, we used to go to like rich neighborhoods where they would actually give you either money or whole candy bars, like not just little shareable ones. It was like the big
Yeah.
ass whole candy bars.
I like the big asshole candy bars.
hmm You
Um
you ever been to the store and seen like the foot long candy like it comes in the tubes and shit or whatever?
yeah, I've seen those in the 1 pound worth of candy.
Yeah,
It's like a brick of death.
you're right. I definitely eat way too much candy on Halloween.
Oh dude. It's
I'm
easy.
pretty sure I
It's
still have some from last year. Then we end up just
ooh.
throwing it in the trick or treat, bowl for this year.
Yeah. Hey, screw it, why not, It's
Right?
still good.
What's your favorite candy, man?
God, that's a hard one. Probably Reese's. Probably
Reese's.
Reese's. Yeah,
All right,
Reese's.
all right. I
Yeah.
like Heath bar, the Heath chocolate bar.
Yeah, those are good. My wife
I don't.
doesn't like those.
Well, that's what everybody's got. I also like Rolos.
Yeah, I like those too. I remember those back in the day.
this says I just chewed a Starbucks and or Starburst with the wrapper on, and it didn't notice. I didn't notice for 30 seconds. Maybe it's time to throw away the Halloween
Oh
candy.
my god. Ugh, I don't even like that. The paper in your mouth.
No, dude.
It's
I've
not
done that
good.
with like eating a burrito or a hamburger from fast food joint. You're just snacking away, and then you take a bite. You're like, oh yep, there's wrapper.
You know what sucks is when you go to like the Taco Bell and you bring it home and for some reason it just gets stuck on the wrap and you're like,
Yes,
"What is this?"
yes, and Starburst does that too.
Yes.
Like you can't peel it back; it just sticks
No.
to the candy.
It's there and it's just gonna go inside of you one way or another. Unless you throw it away. I mean, but you can really
It's
do
true.
that?
Yeah, yeah, you never know.
No, you're right. You don't.
I've never been so desperate that I had to eat it with the wrapper on it.
Well, if you're starving, man, you might have to.
I mean, that is true. There's a fair point, but if you're starving, you should probably eat something besides candy.
Yeah, you're right. Because that's not really the most nutritional thing to eat.
Oh no, dude, not at all. We have a cotton candy machine that we whip out every couple months, and
Oh yeah?
we have a bunch of different cotton candies uh, flavors. But you can actually throw hard candy in there, and it will turn it into cotton candy, like
Really?
those little caramel hard candies. I can't think of the name of them, but they're very popular.
Oh, Werther's?
Yes, yep. You can throw those in there,
Werther's.
and it'll turn it into cotton candy, man. It's the coolest fucking thing ever.
Every old lady that walks around and you see them guaranteed almost 9 times out of 10 they have Werthers in their pocket.
Oh yeah. Oh dude,
Absolutely.
that's probably why I love them. Oh, I just love caramel.
Yeah, it is good, not gonna lie. You know, it's funny because Skittles. Did you hear that Skittles is apparently like non-consumable or like not fit for human consumption? Did you hear about
I
that?
did not know that.
Yeah, I heard about it like a month or two ago. But hey, they're still in the store. They're still in the racks. They're still on the shelves.
I mean, cigarettes kill you, but people will still buy them. You
That's
know,
right. They still do.
I wonder why they're not supposed to be eaten.
Some type of ingredient in there. I forget what exactly it was, but yeah, I was just like, what? What's going on here? They've been around for so many years. So I guess
I,
they're gonna start mutating.
I like the. You ever had the sour Skittles?
Oh yeah,
Oh, dude, I love sour Skittles. I don't
those
mess
those are
around with
pretty good.
Skittles much anymore, though. I really
Yeah,
don't. Every
I
now and then
don't
I'll get
either.
them, but my kids don't really eat them, so I don't.
They get
Get 'em.
stuck in your teeth and shit, and it's just like, ugh.
Yeah, and as you get older, you get your teeth problems, and just gotta get take out your teeth, and it's
Yeah,
just
it's not
not
fun. Not
fun.
a good
No,
time.
it's not.
No.
Um, here's the next one. Here it says when stores start selling Halloween stuff again.
Yeah, everyone smiles like a donut, and
Everybody does. Oh yeah, it's exciting.
yeah, I love when like Spirit Halloween opens and stuff, and they just get
Yes.
bombarded. Like it's like a zombie horror film. You get all these like teenagers and girls in their early to late 20s, just and it's like, yo, hold on, it's only August.
No shit. My wife's favorite thing is when you see the signs go up for this where the Spirit Halloween store is going to be.
Yeah,
That's when she starts getting excited, and it's always in like those abandoned buildings that have just been sitting there forever.
every time without fail.
Yep. And if you've been around that area for long enough, then you're like, oh, I remember when this was, whatever.
You're right, and it's kind of sad because then you realize, oh man, I'm old.
Yeah, dude. Oh, shit. We had a Blockbuster that shut down, and they used that one of those buildings for a long time, and it's like they still had the same setup for a Blockbuster,
Oh really?
and I'm like, dude, Blockbuster, I miss Blockbuster.
The
When you
block
could go rent out a DVD, that was pretty fucking sweet, man.
I absolutely agree. The Blockbuster actually by our house is now a Pizza Hut.
I mean, it's a good sized building for it.
It is, but I
Yeah.
just thought that was weird. I was like, the
Mhm.
last time I was in that building, I actually was buying Grand Theft Auto 4 midnight release. I'm like, wow, that's a long time ago.
I was wondering. I wonder what the age gap is to where the last person alive that'll remember the time before technology, before cell phones. I mean, I know we still
Boy,
got several years because I remember it, but
yeah,
it's coming, man. It's
yeah,
only
it
got
is.
like one more generation, and then nobody's gonna remember when cell phones didn't exist.
Yeah, it's gonna be weird because like we remember not having that stuff. I think I
Yeah,
remember seeing something along the lines of like, was it T-Mobile Sidekick? Remember
yeah,
that?
dude. That was my phone. I loved it. I had the
That was
Sidekick and then the Sidekick Slide.
I never had one, but I always thought that was a cool concept. And
Hmm.
then when the BlackBerry came out, I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. And then, of course, iPhone and Android started coming out, and it's like all that other shit just didn't seem cool anymore.
Well, in the for the longest time, keyboards were cool. Like just having a keyboard on your phone was a cool thing.
Yeah, the physical one?
Yes, and now none of them have it.
No, they don't. It's all touchscreen, and it's like I remember that I had an alias. I think it was called the alias. It would flip up one way. You could
Hmm.
flip it back down and flip it sideways, but the
Yep.
keys were so small that it was kind of almost impossible to use.
Yes. Yep.
But
I had the fat fingers,
yeah,
and I even liked even Palm Pilot. You remember Palm Pilots?
I've heard of those. I remember I never owned one, but I remember
Mm.
seeing like yeah, I do remember those
They
for
had them
sure.
with the keyboard as well, and it wasn't around long though, because Palm Pilot came out about the same time that Bluetooth kind of became a big deal, and they only lasted like 4 years, and then cell phones just took over at that point.
Was that Windows or was that a different
It
company?
was Windows.
Okay, I thought so.
They were all Microsoft.
And it's funny because Windows even tried doing the smartphone gig and they
Mm.
failed.
Yes, you can buy like the Nokia. I mean, they still make Nokias for Windows, but
Yeah,
I never see anybody with one.
nobody gets those. Those are like those are just they're there, but nobody gets them.
right?
They're just there to exist.
And then they're trying to reinvent like the razor. They brought out a new razor that's all touchscreen. You flip it open and it's a screen.
Yeah,
But
I don't know how I feel about all that.
no, dude. I remember when the razor was a physical key. You had to hit a button 3 times to get the letter you wanted.
Yeah, and it's like all these foldable like. So this is my phone, and
Mhm.
like now you can like fold it. So I don't know how I feel about that. Eventually, it's gonna break, right?
Yeah, you would think so. I mean,
It's a
I don't.
screen.
They have somebody at my work had one, and it literally folds out to be a mini tablet.
Oh, I've seen those.
Yeah, dude, it's cool as fuck.
It is
Um,
cool.
but I feel like the fabric has to be pretty crappy. I'm gonna try and zoom in on this. It
Forsake.
says when they say money can't buy happiness, but you just bought a bunch of Halloween decorations.
Yo, so I'm down here in Kansas City, right? And my
Right.
wife's like back in Rochester, and she's telling me all the stuff that she's getting, and I'm like, why am I not there? I want to see this stuff. And then on top of that, she rearranged the living room and put up all the new Halloween decorations. I'm like, okay, I want to go home and experience this now.
Yes, we go crazy, man. We've done it a few times. Hey, man, what's up, Beige? How you doing, dude? I don't have an iPhone. I have Android.
Oh, look at
But
this.
it also spies on me every day. Yes,
Yeah,
it's
every time you're looking at this thing, they're looking right at you. And whether you're in your bed or you're at the kitchen table ignoring your family or
uh,
you're on the toilet taking the biggest dump of your life, the CIA and the FBI and even Jeff Bezos is looking at you.
right. I mean,
And Zucker.
I don't have anything to hide, but still, it's uncomfortable.
Yeah. Or if you're taking selfies from a tower and next thing you know you fall to your death, they get to see it live.
Yeah, man. They even like will probably, your family would find you dead and get your cell phone, and
Yeah.
they'd open the screen, and then you'd get a bunch of ads for funeral homes and coffins.
Funny enough, funny enough, I remember getting an ad from Walmart and it was about caskets. I'm like, wait, when did Walmart start selling caskets?
um, I know certain Costco's have done caskets before, but they're not cheap.
Costco. Hey,
Costco.
honey, what do you want to do? What do you want to get at Costco? We need milk. We need staples. We need some bread. Oh, and a casket.
Do they happen to have gravestones? We should look at some plots. Let's go look at some plots.
Yeah, get some tombstones. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, getting back on the decorations though, we've done some pretty badass Halloween uh parties where we put curtains up in our garage and fog lights and a bar scene, and it's just hang out at the house. But then I feel like we always buy Halloween candy, but we're either out trick or treating, so we don't get rid of any of it because we're out, or we're in the house throwing a party and we forget to hear the door, and then we still don't hand out enough. So we always have a fuck ton of Halloween candy left over.
Oh yeah, and I think it ends up either in your stomach or in next year's bowl.
Exactly. Like I said. Beige said he doesn't like Halloween. Well,
Come on, man.
it is what it is, bro.
Somebody's gonna have to strip him of his name, the ROC.
He
I
says he
don't want
doesn't
them.
want them to know that he's black.
Oh, come on, man.
That's just Beige's humor.
I know. Come on, you gotta love
No, dude.
Halloween.
This whole season, like about Halloween till New Year's, is just so much fun. But the only thing I don't like is how quick it flies. I mean, the year already goes fast enough.
Yeah,
But when
I
you have all
agree.
these holidays back to back, you're working on, like right now, I'm already starting to prep for Thanksgiving because we're so close to Halloween.
Yeah, and it's kind of funny that you're right. It does fly by, and it's
hmm
like the weather does too. Like before you
hmm
know it, it's snowing out. Ice storms are
hmm
happening. People are sliding off the road.
Yeah, my
Good
favorite time of
times.
year.
Yeah. Is it? Is it really?
Dude, I love this. I love the snow. I love the cold. I think it's my white ass that enjoys it so much, man. Because a lot of people around here don't. But me being a ginger, it's just easy.
I don't know, man. You'd really love it where I'm from then.
Well, I've
It,
already told my wife up north in the mountains is where I want to go. So
oh, if it's not mountains, but it's very hilly and mountainous, I guess, in a way. Southern tier of New York definitely would fit your
Yeah,
style,
it's like almost like edge of Appalachians kind of thing. So
or
you're
the
just in the hills.
Adirondacks.
Is that what it's called?
The Adirondacks,
Mm.
that's even more further north. That's definitely yeah, it's definitely wilderness out there. You're looking at bears out there and everything.
Hell yes, I'm all about it. All about it. Learn how to kill me some.
Hey, you know what? That's the perfect spot. It's like the Wild
Really?
West out there. Oh
Hmm.
yeah, it's like
Um,
three hours away from my house. So
what's that?
I think yeah, the Adirondacks are about 3 or so hours away from where I'm at.
All right. Okay. Yeah. I wish we had that around here. Most of all you're gonna see around here is mountains.
Mountains,
Or not mountains, flat. Just flat
flat.
everywhere. It's flat everywhere. You
It's
can
like
go.
yeah, it's like a labyrinth around here.
You can go to lakes. That's about it. I mean, there's no. The only beach you're gonna go to is just covered in goose shit, and you know, it's all there is around here.
Use it as glue to put your sandcastles together.
Oh yeah, yeah. I used to take totes, and when it snowed, and I'd pack them with snow and build igloos with totes.
Oh hell yeah!
Hmm. Lots of fun. This says it's hard to read, but it says if I pay $40 for a haunted house, I better die.
Well, so haunted houses are funny because me personally, I like to see what they do with them. You know, joke around
Mhm.
with the actors and all that. But
Yeah.
um, go to Canada. It's the Niagara Falls version of Canada. They have a few haunted houses there, and they're actually pretty good.
Same. We got like at one point we had like five like world famous ones.
Really?
Now we have the Beast, which is like been around for ages, and it's like the best one in Kansas City. You got Edge of Hell, Beast, and the Macabre Manor, and then there was an Edgar Allan Poe one that was badass, but that one didn't make it.
Oh man, that didn't make
Yeah,
it.
yeah, man, you had like intestines and shit chasing you.
What?
Yeah,
Intestines?
yeah, man. I mean, it's you ain't joking. It's pricey to go into a haunted house,
Oh, I believe it.
and you're waiting in a line for hours unless you pay like the extra for like
Yeah,
an exclusive pass to all of them, which is like $170,
dude.
and then you can cut in line. But even then, there's a line because other people pay it because they don't want to be in the line.
Exactly. That's the problem.
Right.
Um, But yeah, I remember this one haunted house, and it was at Niagara Falls, Canada. And we're joking around, blah blah blah. It's all a good time. And then you get in this one room, and all of a sudden, the walls start closing in on you,
Yes.
and you're like, okay, this is bullshit. This is just not gonna. But it got close, and then it
Mhm.
eventually stopped. But it was starting to get a little cramped in there.
Yeah, I feel like you have to be imaginative these days because of like how easy it is to access horror, and even at a young age, you're scrolling through TikTok and there's scary shit on there. Sometimes people post. So unless you can attack somebody's like mental, like psyche,
Yeah.
something that's gonna freak them out, like you ain't gonna make it as a haunted house. So you have to be
No.
able to hit that.
Yeah, and they did a pretty good job of that over there.
That's good. They need year round ones.
They're year round over there.
No shit. See, we don't have any around here. I think the
Yeah, neither
closest
do we.
one's like 4 hours away.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah, there's one in like Branson, Missouri. It's just outside
Okay.
of Branson, Missouri. It's like a mile long haunted house, but I've never actually been in it.
Charles Branson?
No.
Oh, that's Bronson.
Yes.
Death
Bronson,
Wish.
man. Off topic, but when I used to smoke cigarettes back before kids, um, and Bronson cigarettes. Have you ever had them?
Never smoked a cigarette.
Never. Good for you, man. Good for you. It was rolled. You had to roll them.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
Every once
Eh,
in a while, the cigar, but not so much.
I haven't done it in a while, but I do like the taste of a cigar.
Yeah.
I can sit around and just toke on a cigar here and there and a few puffs. And I
Yeah.
used to go to a cigar bar and play poker on Tuesdays, and all you had to do was bring a cigar. That was the what you won.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was nice. There was no pay. You just if you wanted to play around, everybody threw in a cigar, and then
Dude,
whoever won got the cigars.
that's actually really dope.
Yeah, it's called the Outlaw Bar. I should
Outlaw.
I should try to get a sponsorship through them, man, because they are pretty badass. It's like a gentleman's club almost. You know, you got your cigars, they've got like merch. There's a lounge area with a bar, but
Stripper pole.
it's BYOB too, so you can bring your own booze and you just hang out. And there's a bartender that'll cut your cigars and have a chat with you.
Hell yeah. Yeah, dude, that sounds yeah, it's like a gentleman's club for sure.
Yeah, exactly. And then what? I mean, I don't ever remember seeing chicks in there. I mean, I know that they would have them like sponsor events, like they'd hold like biker events and shit.
Yeah, it's like Hooters, right?
Yeah, I mean, the women were usually dressed like Hooters boys.
Oh, of course.
Why not though? That's how you promote.
That's the way to promote, right?
Unfortunately, it is, but yeah,
Yeah.
yes. This next one says, whoever posts anything Christmas related before Halloween should be put in jail, where they will be kept until the 26th of December.
Wow. Yeah, it's already happening, man. They're
Yeah.
already decorating stuff out in the grocery, not even grocery stores, but like I think Target had Christmas stuff and all that.
Yep.
And I'm just like, what
They're
is
already
going on?
transitioning, man. Yeah.
It's like
It's in order to be a successful retail business, you have to be like 2.5 months ahead on everything.
that's just wild to me. I don't remember a time where it was like that until like within the last 15 years.
Well, and especially, yeah, recently, the reason why it is so recently is because when COVID hit and all those trucks were just sitting on the harbors with
Yeah.
all that merch that just nobody ever got. Now it's like an abundance of stuff. So unless you get it out on the floor, then you're just going to have all this excess stuff that if you mark it, I mean, you can mark it down, but then you're losing money. So you put it out months early and try to sell through the product.
Exactly. Yeah,
If
that's
you don't
pretty
work
wild.
retail, you don't get it. But it makes sense if you think about it.
Yeah. Oh, dude, absolutely. That stuff was sitting out there for so long, and now it's just starting
Yeah.
to come in, and like you said, it's an overabundance. So
I don't know if
You
they
gotta get
have
rid of
do they have like overstock outlets back in Rochester, like places where you can go to get discounted product, like just marked down?
I'm sure they. Yeah, I can't think of anything off the top of my head. I mean, are you counting Big Lots and all that, or?
See, yeah, I guess Big Lots would kind of count because they do usually have stuff that's marked down.
And then
But there's
Ollie's.
Ollie's. Do you have Ollie's?
Oh, we do.
No, we
We do.
just got Ollie's.
You just got Ollie's
They
out here?
literally, there's two of them that just opened, and we went for the first time the other day, and it was like sweet. But yes, exactly like that.
Yeah, no, we have them.
I didn't know it was all around. Same
Yeah.
thing with I guess there's a truck stop called Bucky's.
I've
You
heard of
ever
it.
heard
I
of that
don't.
one?
I've heard of it, but
They're apparently massive truck stops, and it's not open yet, but we're supposed to be getting one. And
Oh, okay.
there's a lot of hype about that, just like the Ollie's. But we got two Ollie's stores. There's one up by where you're staying, and then
Yep.
there's one down here south.
Good old Ollie's. Well, the first time I went to Ollie's was in Buffalo, New York,
Right.
and we didn't have them yet out in the ROC. But eventually they started coming over, and I'm like, oh, it's about time, right? So
I don't mind marked down stuff either, dude. I'm perfectly fine with buying marked down stuff.
yeah,
The only
Some
thing
people-
that creeps me out is going to like Goodwill and like you're going through the clothes and you're like, man, that stain looks oddly suspicious.
buying underwear from the Goodwill probably not a good idea.
Oh yeah, have you recently within the last few years gone into a Goodwill or a Salvation Army?
Yeah, we have a Savers and a Goodwill out where I'm at, and every so often we go over there just kind of
Yeah.
see what they got. And actually, to be honest with you, that's kind of where I got my stuff where we were smashing shit on our show.
Dude, it's perfect.
Yeah, that's exactly it. It's cheap shit to smash.
We usually go there to get like when we did Halloween parties and stuff for props and stuff like that. But
Mhm.
occasionally we would find like a table or something completely random that we weren't looking for that we get, like a dish set or something.
Yeah. And
But-
you might once in a while find something that's really worth getting, and you're like, okay, that's awesome. But then you go there the next time, and you're like, oh god, this is
Yeah.
this is ugly as shit I've ever seen.
The other day we bought we went into Goodwill because we were looking for, I told you I was going to be a granny.
Yep.
And so I bought the whole wig set, like with the glasses and the pearl necklace and all that, and the wig on Amazon. But we're like, we just get like one of those nightgowns that the old grandmas wear.
Yeah.
So we went to Goodwill to get them.
Hey, you know what? It works.
And we found, dude, I gotta find this because
A stain?
Did you? I posted a picture in our podcast chat of this picture we bought, and it's totally just fuck around picture. But I want to see if I
Let
can
me
throw it on
see.
here.
I don't know if I saw this yet.
It's all good, man. Because I'm gonna find it, and here it is. I'm gonna share it to my drive and upload it, and we're gonna show it on here because it's hilarious.
It's the nightgown.
No, not what we
Oh, it's a
bought.
picture.
Yes, it's a picture that we bought, but it's
Oh,
absolutely hilarious. Where is it? Come on now. Come on.
it's playing hard to get.
It is. It's totally playing hard to get here. Let's see.
So you
Share.
got to click on me more, Daddy. Come on.
All right, here we go. Here we go. It's uploading. Let me see if I can throw this on here.
The old upload.
This thing looks cursed as fuck, but we bought it because of how funny it is.
Oh,
I
wow,
don't know. Nothing about that was appealing. If anything, it was creepy as fuck.
the eyes, man.
It's like very light too, but whoever made this had a fucked up sense of art. I mean, it's creepy. Like if you actually see it, it's like I don't know. It's like 4 feet tall, probably like 2.5 feet wide. And then the cashier, when we bought it, goes, "If your daughter starts speaking in tongues, burn it."
Return the slab or suffer my curse. That's what it reminds me of. Yes.
What movie is that from?
That was actually from Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Oh, damn it, dude! I haven't seen Courage in so long.
So
man.
I don't know if you've heard about this, but apparently a whole bunch of stuff is going on about how Cartoon Network is now gone.
Well, I mean, it's just not popular anymore, man.
Well, I mean, they stopped putting out good shit, let's be honest.
This is true. Facts.
I mean, I think the last good things that they had were like Regular Show and Adventure Time, and that just kind of fell off.
I thought Regular Show was good.
I loved
did
Regular Show.
Yeah, Regular Show's pretty good. I watched it with my kids, and we actually binged it for about a week.
Really real wrestling. And then Pops is going in there wrestling. I'm just like, what the hell is going on? I love that show.
Dude. Yeah, it's those old ones too. It's like Courage. I've tried to watch it with my kids and they just can't get into it.
What? Oh man.
And for me that was what I watched all the time when I was little.
Yeah.
Stuff like that, Cow and Chicken, Ed and Eddie.
Dude, Cow and Chicken was great. Ed and Eddie was great.
Johnny Bravo.
Johnny Bravo was awesome. Probably wouldn't exist in today's climate, but
I feel like a lot of those shows back then would be very
frowned upon.
Yes.
Yeah.
They'd get shut down quick. That's probably why they don't exist anymore.
Probably.
And even the ones now though, it's like they cross the line in totally different aspects. You got like SpongeBob and stuff where like if you really look at it or watching a full episode, there's several times you're gonna be like, I'm getting the reference here as an adult reference, and it's not appropriate for kids. But they do it to where it must be those. What are those subliminal messages?
Yes,
they're throwing those in cartoons still.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't know if that'll ever not be a thing.
You probably, you know what? I think they're always going to do that. They've been doing it since Lion King and all that stuff. And
yep.
Yeah. So,
just to kind of play back into what we were talking about was this says, and when the clock strikes midnight, Halloween will end. Then, bam, Christmas carols everywhere.
No, they need to have some type of thing for Thanksgiving.
They do. They really do. I mean, other than just like pushing to buy shit,
Yes.
It's all about purchase. That's all they want.
They're
all
all
the government
about
wants.
Black Friday, rush out, go grab unnecessary shit. Mm-hmm. That's mostly what it is. Okay, once you're done eating the turkey and all that, just get the hell out of there.
Yeah.
Don't buy unnecessary shit. You know that 100-inch screen TV you don't need? You go get that.
We're already getting ads for stuff like that, man. I'm already getting ads on my email, in the mail. That's another thing. Just ads, bro. They like get you. They do whatever they can to get you into their store. And the funny thing is, they'll throw certain stuff in there And then if you go to other stores, it's not really a sale price.
No, dude, it's a complete scam if you ask me.
Mhm. The electronics, you will find steals on electronics, but then you're fighting people. You're physically fighting people to buy these electronics.
Yeah, you're basically LARPing at the store. You know, you're fighting
Yes.
with you're fighting people with brooms and mops, and next thing you know, a guy brings in a battle ready sword and chops you in half just to get that electronic
Yep.
you've just been trying to get for the last half an hour or so.
Within the last like year or two, I'm pretty sure there was a stabbing in one of the college towns around here, and the guy killed him with an actual sword.
I wouldn't doubt it. You either have a stabbing with a sword, or little Granny that is supposed to be the greeter at Walmart gets trampled to death, and she
Oh
lived all
yeah.
her life to die that way.
Yep.
So
And then I keep saying they. I hate the word they, but it's like one of those words that you just say it.
it's so true.
I'm doing a Clash episode, and it's going to be the Church of They, and we're just going to talk about all the things that they represent.
Classic.
We're doing it. It's going to happen.
It's gonna
But
happen.
you walk into Walmart like a couple days before, and they're whipping out like these pallets full of product, and it's all wrapped, and you can't see what it is. And then
Yeah.
like the night before, they're prepping for it, and they've got like people standing by all the really expensive pallets so that you can't get it.
Yeah. They're guarding shit.
Oh
It's
yeah,
like
it's so bad. It's a war zone, dude. Black Friday is a war zone.
yeah, it's like an episode of oh no, you know what? It's like the movie Braveheart when they're fighting. That's basically what it is.
Yeah, oh, dude, yeah. We the good thing that I like about it now is that they do it a week long. I feel like since COVID hit, it's no longer just Black Friday. Like you have that whole week to buy things on
Yeah,
discounted prices.
there's deals all week it seems like, and then you got Cyber Monday.
Yep. We have a not Kansas doesn't do it, but Missouri has a tax-free weekend.
Really?
Oh yeah. So you have to drive over to for us. We have to drive over there, but like everything is just tax-free, and that's huge for us over there.
Yeah, you won't see that in New York for sure.
A
Never gonna happen.
lot of states don't do it, man, and I don't blame them. But in Amazon too, you can buy Black Friday on Amazon, so they try to fix it, but then it's like, okay, you don't have enough quantity of it, so like it'll sell out for
Yes.
2 to 3 days, and by the time somebody is back in stock, the sale's gone and everybody's pissed off. And so, well,
Yes. Well,
it's not my fault.
should have got there a little earlier.
Well, you can buy it now. It's just $250 more.
Yeah, that's no big deal. You can get that.
What's the what's something that you bought on like a special and it just crapped out immediately? Have you had anything like that?
Somewhat. Okay, so back in 2006, there was this deal going on, and this is probably the only time I've really gave a shit about Black Friday. I probably will never do that again. We got up mad early,
Uh-huh.
and we went to the store. I forget. I think it was like Best Buy or some shit, and we got laptops. And that was like my first laptop, so I was like, "Yeah, I was so stoked!" But oh yeah. That thing, it was a compact. Do we even see compact anymore?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. Well, needless to say, got a compact, and it wasn't the best of the best. It was good for what I thought, and then
Yeah.
it started to really shit the bed. So,
Yeah.
I forget what happened, but then they did this thing where they, I don't know, I forget what happened, but I ended up with an HP, and that was even worse.
We we bought these Acer tablets on a Black Friday deal for like $30. We're like, sweet, $30 for a tablet.
Yeah.
And the software was like 2 years old. So like you would try to do things on it, and it wouldn't update to like the newest software. So like more than half the stuff you wanted or anything that was on the store, you couldn't download because your software was too old.
Sounds about right.
It was the crappiest. I think we still have them, and they've sat in a storage unit for like several years now.
You click on an app and it takes about literally 2 days to load.
Yes. Yep.
Yes, I have a tablet like that, and I think it was around this time. Yes.
Yeah, they'll get you, man. I've also bought like cell phones, because I after about a year I like to get a new cell phone. The one I've had now is probably the longest I've had one, and it's like 2 years.
Oh,
And
really?
yeah, it's a Samsung S9, and I've had it for about 2 years. But
Okay.
I'm usually updating them constantly, and I found like a deal on Amazon once, and it was a hell of a deal. It was too good to be true, and the specs and everything were not accurate. It was like a Huawei. Have you heard of Huawei?
Yes.
It's like apparently super competitive with Samsung and iPhone, but you don't see them in the States.
So I
But
think that's a Chinese company,
yes, it is. But
and
they are huge
think
everywhere else in the world, but in the
right.
US it's not.
Don't remember what happened. I don't know if there was a lawsuit or something that
It was
happened, but
something with Google.
yes,
Yes.
Google was very upset
Yeah.
with them.
So I bought this Huawei, and it shows up, and it was, I mean, it said Huawei on it. But you could see like hot glue like holding pieces together.
Uh
It was like one of the very first like softwares for cell phones, so it's super old. It
yeah.
looked nice, but when you started to take it apart or turn it on, it would overheat within 2 minutes.
Ugh.
I mean, it was just a garbage. It was so funny, and then I tried to reach out to the. It was totally on me, but I tried to reach out to the person I bought it from. Ghosted. They just ghost you.
You will never hear from that person ever again. They
Thanks for
got
your
your money and
70
ran.
bucks, you jackass.
Look at this guy. He bought our phone thinking he was good. Dude, those fly-by-nighters, I tell you, they're tricky.
Oh, dude, and it's getting bad, man. It's getting really bad.
You know, I'm gonna definitely stick by that whole if it's too good to be true, then it
It
more
is.
than likely is. And
Yeah.
I don't care if it doesn't have to go with products. It can be anything. It could be a new job. It could be
Yeah.
moving to a different state.
Well, even like you said, with jobs, companies are struggling to get employees, so they will say anything,
Anything.
any fucking thing to get you
And,
hired on.
and when you get there, boy, do they layeth the smacketh downeth about the truth. The
If
facts
anything,
come out.
you know firsthand, especially recently.
I mean, don't get me wrong. You know,
Yes,
it is what things
it
are
was an
the way they are.
experience.
It's a success to some, but when you have to question your values a little bit.
Yeah, that's when you gotta really step back and be like, okay. Yeah.
Step back a bit.
Well, dude, you being here in the state, in the state of, well, I guess you're in Missouri, but
Missouri, yeah, technically.
Kansas City area, has been fun. It's been nice to meet you and hang out.
Dude, I know, and it was an experience because like we met, we were doing these remotes,
Uh-huh.
and then we actually got to do a collaborative in person.
Which was awesome. I think we definitely walked away with that with some better ideas for future experiences.
Yes,
Because there were some struggles.
the Wi-Fi.
The
trying to
Wi-Fi
get
was the biggest one, man.
That was
It was the problem.
that was that was 110% the problem.
If you are a company and you say that you have Wi-Fi, have that shit accessible.
Yeah, I mean, what was it, like one bar?
Yes, well, there was two of them that were full bars, but they were secured, and nobody there knew the password.
They were all like, we don't know that. It's like,
Yeah, it's a little bit bullshit, man.
well, it was a fun time though. It was a good experience.
And actually, it turned out pretty good. I've got a lot of good responses from friends and that have watched it already,
yeah,
or tuned in. So
the old
I- and-
sandbox.
yeah, dude, the sandbox. And actually, the place was really sweet. I like that bar top or on the
Yeah.
roof was neat.
Yeah, it was cool.
All right, man. Well, I know you got to get to work. I do appreciate you coming on and bullshitting about Halloween.
Hell yeah, I love Halloween, man.
it
Halloween's
sucks that-
great.
Sucks that you're heading out. Maybe we'll get to see each other on Saturday and grab a beer or something. It just kind of depends on the time. I know you got to get up early for your flight. So,
Yeah, I mean, I'm either gonna have to sleep some or just stay up all night. You know what? One way or another, I'd rather have another beer with you and at least
Yeah, dude.
hang out, man.
yeah, man,
sure.
we'll make something happen. Most likely, no
Absolutely.
promises, but I'd like to kick it one more time. At least have one going away beer.
Yeah, me too.
All right, bro. You get to work. Everybody that tuned in, thank you. Beige, thank you for hanging out. And until next time, we'll see you around.
Hell yeah.